Dad's got one ski off here. He's got to take the other ski off, and the reason being is he's got to be able to put the last piece of tin in underneath and do some welding to get the last bit of the floor in. And by the last bit of the floor, we're referring to this piece here, which he already has wedged in, but he has to weld in there.
Whatever the fuck this asshole could find in the junkyard to use.
So when you're taking off the skis, is there anything these guys need to be looking for, or?
If that requires a 3/8 bolt, don't make it oblong and force something else in. Put a new 3/8 bolt in.
Dad was just swearing here earlier because he's gone through 3 different sizes of bolts sockets when he was removing this thing. So Dad likes standardization and brand new bolts and nuts.
They go to the junkyard and they don't want to buy anything. I just wish to hell that they were around when it comes time to fix them. Nice that you put a little grease on there, because if you ever put a wheel on.
Again, grease is cheap, wheels are expensive, or axles are expensive. Dad's seen it all, guys. It's not just this machine. He's seen them where they just literally pulled out of the back 40 in some farmer's field. And it's...
I think he was close to an auto record.
Yeah.
You see these pads here?
Okay, yeah.
Well, that bumper has, that rubber bumper has to hit this pad. So when they went to all the trouble to weld that on, why wouldn't they stick it in there and get a rough idea where it goes, instead of welding it on crooked? Now the rubber's screwed.
Okay.
And on this side, they got lucky and went worse. You know, fuck, you just can't keep up any way at all.
So, Dad's critiquing the foreman mechanic here on his mechanicking.
No grease nipple. So the tie rod end is not lubricated. And the tie rod end on this side is worse.
Oh, wow.
At least they would tighten the bolt here. See the...
Yeah.
It's hopeless. I don't know, some of the shit I don't think is, by the time the smoke clears, was worthwhile even fixing.
So is another reminder of buyer beware, guys. Really, 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 really inspect your machine prior to putting any money out for anything.
The poor guy that gets taken advantage of, you know, he hasn't got a clue.
Yeah. So Dad likes to do a really thorough inspection of everything here when it comes into the shop, so he's not surprised and we can tell the customer.
Here's another thing. When this prick bolted the 2x4s on there, he was too cheap to use a bolt. Chances are I'm going to have to grind those heads off because you can't hold them to take the nuts off
Yeah.
inside.
Dad's talking about this wood inside here, the lumber that's bolted to the side of the frame.
You notice that they're square?
Yeah.
You can't even buy them anymore.
Okay.
Where he salvaged them, I don't know. And he managed to find square nuts.
Okay.
1, 2, 3 on each side. I get cut them off.
It's popped. It popped out.
Yeah, I think he's got one in here behind the sprocket. Here,
Okay.
where you can't get at it. Unless the sprocket's off, see?
Yeah.
My bar slipped off and hit me in the ear. Just refuse to make a job of anything. Make I cut a chunk of iron, make it so it's exactly that big. What we do is we take a flat chunk of iron, cut it up the center, cut a hole that fits tight, put in 4 bolts and you're done. So I'm going to go to that side now.
Okay. So Dad was just pointing out
Get
to me.
back here on angle, you can see how it's bent out and where the tire was rubbing right there.
Okay. Burn barrel with this one as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So rotten wood, pop tabs, looks like some nails and screws. Lots more junk underneath here. We're going to get rid of this piece of wood here.
I'll make a spacer this high and put it on there out of steel. I'm gonna make the plates for there. I'll measure
Okay.
for over the differential.
Yep. And it's both sides. So Dad's just measuring out.
Okay, 17 by 8 by the looks of it.
Okay.
7.
Okay, so I had to run to town for parts. Dad's got the plates in here now on both sides. He hasn't welded them in, but they're in place. So Dad got the one piece of tin in there. I had to go to town and get some screws, and so he's just using the silicone here to seal it.
That's just so the snow can't get in.
Yeah, so he's going to do that on both sides here. So this other one's side is cut, but he's doing this one right now.